All right, let's talk about cybersecurity. Now, I know it can sound like this huge, complicated thing, but really, it's something that affects every single one of us every day. It's in the phone in your pocket, and it's in the massive cloud servers that basically run our world. So let's just start right there with you. Quick question. How many passwords do you think you're juggling right now? Seriously, take a second. Is it 10, 20, maybe more than 50? It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Each one is a little key to a different part of your life. But here's the thing, and it's really good news. You don't have to be some kind of tech wizard to get a grip on all this. It really just comes down to building a few simple, smart habits. And that's exactly what we're going to walk through today. Okay, first up, let's talk about what I like to call your digital hygiene. This is your first line of defense, and it all starts with you. And believe it or not, there's actually a day for this stuff. It's called World Password Day, and it happens every year on the first Thursday of May. You can think of it as a great annual reminder to, finally get around to updating all those passwords and maybe, just maybe, ditching password 123 for good. So what do you actually do? Well, it boils down to three really simple steps. First, make your passwords strong and unique for every single account. No recycling. Second, please use a password manager. It does all the heavy lifting of remembering everything for you. And third, turn on two-factor authentication, 2FA, everywhere you can. It's that little code they text you. That's like adding a second heavy-duty deadbolt to your digital front door. It's a game changer. But of course, good habits aren't just a one-and-done thing. So let's zoom out a bit and look at how you can build a rhythm of staying secure all year long. Think of this as your personal cybersecurity calendar. There are these key moments scattered throughout the year, and each one is a perfect little checkpoint to stop, think, and make sure your defenses are still up to snuff. So, the year kicks off in January with Data Privacy Week. This one is all about you taking back control. Every app on your phone, every site you visit, they're all collecting data. This week is that perfect nudge to dive into your privacy settings and get really intentional about who you're sharing your information with. Then, in March, we have World Backup Day. We all have photos and files that are just irreplaceable. But what if your laptop gets stolen or you get hit with ransomware? Poof, they could be gone. Having a secure, encrypted backup means that if the worst happens, you haven't really lost anything vital. Now, most of these days make a lot of sense, right? Passwords, backups, privacy. But there's one on this calendar that, I gotta admit, might make you do a double take. Yep, National Cookie Day. You heard me right. And no, that's not a typo. It's actually a pretty brilliant and, let's be honest, delicious reminder for a really important security habit. It's just such a clever little memory trick. While you're enjoying an actual, chocolate chip cookie, you can use it as a reminder to clear out your browser's digital cookies. Those are the little files that websites use to track you online. Wiping them every now and then is a super simple privacy boost. Plus, it can even make your browser run a little faster. All right, so we've covered our personal habits. Now let's pull the camera back even further and see how all this fits into a much bigger collective mission. And that brings us to the big one, Cybersecurity Awareness Month in October. For 2025, the theme is beautifully simple: stay safe online. And this is where the conversation shifts from just your security to our security. And this isn't some new thing either. The government and the tech industry have been teaming up on this since way back in 2004. The goal is to give everyone, from you at home to the biggest companies, the tools and knowledge to stay safe. Because the safer each of us is, the more resilient the whole country becomes. And the advice they push is all about the fundamentals. First, update your software. Those little notifications are a pain, I know, but they often contain critical security fixes. Second, use good antivirus software to catch nasty stuff. And third, just be skeptical of those weird emails and texts trying to trick you into clicking a bad link. That's phishing, and it's still incredibly common. So we've got our personal habits, we've got the national campaigns, but who's actually on the front lines building the security tools of tomorrow? Well, that brings us to the professional frontier. Just look at this number for a second. Over 9,000. What in the world could that be? Well, it represents the sheer scale of the community that's working around the clock to build a safer digital future for all of us. This is the number of experts. We're talking tech leaders, government officials, top innovators, who all get together for huge events like the Cybersecurity and Cloud Expo. This is where they hash out the biggest challenges and share the absolute latest in defense strategies. So, what's on the agenda at a place like that? Well, they're tackling the really big questions, like how is AI changing the game for both the good guys and the bad guys? How on earth do we secure the billions of smart devices in our homes? How do we prove who we are online safely? This is where the future of our security is literally being invented. Okay, so we've gone from your keyboard all the way to these global conferences with the top minds in the fields. Let's try and bring it all back home. Because here's the real takeaway from all of this. Cybersecurity isn't just one person's job. It's this massive chain, and every single one of us is a link. That strong password you set, that's a vital link in the same chain that protects huge companies and even national infrastructure. It all matters. And really, that's the core message you see again and again. Cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. It's true. Your security helps protect your neighbor, and their security helps protect you. We're all in this digital world together. Which really brings us to the final and I think the most important question. After all this, from the simple stuff to the big global challenges, what's the one security step you're going to take next?